Yeah, what happened to Corvus when he was soloing teams, guys? What happened to my boy? They fucking gutted him. I want to see Carrot get gutted too. Hey, what's up, guys? So I want to give my take on this hot take of Carrot talk. We're gonna kind of like breeze through Epic 7's video featuring New and, you know, a bunch of my fellow content creators. Kind of skim through it, and I'm gonna give my take on Carrot. So I'm gonna just go through this quickly here.
It goes without saying that from the day we're born,
New's got such a soothing voice, doesn't he?
Equals. Picture being given a star or rarity grade and knowing right there and then that life was over before you even had a chance. Now, this
Helga's awesome, by the way.
Isn't something new or exclusive to Epic 7. Usually, the rarity of a character in games dictate their scale of power or overall potential to grow. Epic 7 is also by no means special in the department where lower grade heroes can potentially outshine higher rarity
Turn this up a
heroes.
little bit.
But neither of those topics are what we're discussing here today in this video. At least not exactly. On April 30th, it was announced that a couple...
So this is actually the most recent balance change before I came back to the game. I think I started playing again, was it about a week after these changes came out? Something like that. It was around there, a week or two. Within 2 weeks, I started playing again.
Heroes were seeing some balance adjustments.
I know it was like Flan was one of the recent videos I did before I quit. She had just came out, and I thought she was kind of mediocre. I mean, she was okay, but she's pretty fucking insane now, actually, after these buff changes. Same with Maid. Maid was literally unusable when for a while. Like you just couldn't use Maid. What they did was a good change. She's in like every fucking match now.
Among them was a 3-star hero
I wish they did a little better with Axe God on this balance change, but
known as Carrot. While at the time, players found
let's look at this Carrot here. It's kind of similar to mine. I'll have to open up my game. My game's not open right now. I can show you what mine looks like. This is very similar to mine. I think mine just has less health, more defense, a little bit more speed. Like it's about the same build as mine. I think this is a pretty strong build here.
the changes on her to be nice, there wasn't much else. Most of the hype and discussions surrounded finally seeing Maid Chloe given justice, along
the Maid and Flan changes were huge on that patch change.
But on May 14th,
those notes.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Oh! Yes! I didn't think that was gonna kill, dude. Oh my god. Landies, you had your time. Get the f out, dude.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Boom! Let's go.
Like, this Lucari rant is actually so funny, dude. I was actually watching his stream while he was watching this. That shit was so funny.
Gone. One turn. Doesn't even get to play the game. Everything is gone.
Lucari's a really cool guy. I'm glad he started playing the game.
By a 3-star unit.
I know we had to buff a lot of
this bigger.
heroes who's not being used. Carrot, maybe OP.
I feel like I have to pick her, but I don't. She's not very fun to use.
And
I have to agree with that. She's not very fun to use.
Character that's extremely tanky, does insane damage, has insane mitigation.
Yep.
Strip.
The thing is, they overstood it up, right?
There's no way I win this, right?
Shout out to my boy Kenny.
It didn't take long for players to realize the strength behind the 3-star hero known as Carrot, with her being picked or banned in what would be 100% of Epic 7's World Cup quarterfinals.
Okay, I didn't watch any of the World
Cup.
Cup.
Because the tournament, the Epic 7 World Championship was...
But I can see her being picked at every single round. Because she's just stupid.
was like literally right next to the buff. Most of the contendees literally did not have enough time to actually mess around and actually play around with the Carrot or figure out most of the counters. Her kit basically had everything that it...
And honestly, like, to piggyback on that, there's really not that many counters. Like, you have, like, Blue Crow, for example. Ice Kisei. That's about it. Like, there's really not many counters. Some people could argue Shu, but she's not a counter. Carrot can fucking kill Shu. Ravi can kill Shu. She fucking sucks. But... like for Carrot, I mean, there's also Opsig. Opsig's a pretty good counter. She's not very accessible. Like, I don't have Opsig. I didn't play during when she came out. So, like, those are the only 3 units that really come into mind. That's just like an actual good Carrot counter. Like, you can kind of argue ML Kawazu, but the fact that she cleanses herself when he puts one of his burns on her, and thing is, she will take her turn right? Because typically the way you use ML Quazu is you want to get hit with the you want to get hit with an AoE, and then you use this S3. She's going to take her turn. So even if you hit her prior to that, I mean, unless your speed tuning is a little bit different, but typically your Quazu is going to take a turn after Carrot S3s because he gains the CR, right? She's going to cleanse off one of those burns, and with an Arius mitigation there, she's not going to die, even if your Quazu has attack buff. It's just not going to happen. And like, I think the barrier also procs before the detonation, which is a very weird interaction. So he's not even that great of a counter either. And then you could argue like ML Tywin is kind of a decent counter, remove some of the burns, but he can only do so much. And then, Deanne, anything that cleanses, ice units in general, right, on your team. Too bad there's not very many ice units in the game. Even SSB is not a very good contender because of all the counters she gets. She's just constantly burning herself. So, yeah, that's Carrot, right?
Basically asked for, especially in the tournament style drafts, when everyone is not risk averse and most of the damage dealers are actually banned. Carrot became like an unstoppable monster where there's no way that you can actually kill her. She does a lot of damage, and she fits in most of the tournament playstyles where everyone just plays Soul Weavers and Knights.
So what did her buffs entail?
We all know what her buffs did, right? I actually used Carrot prior to, I used Carrot over a year ago. Okay, I liked Carrot. As soon as she got her first specialty change, I was like, damn, she's fucking hot. And then I was like, I want to use her. And I built her. Coming back to the game and seeing how good she is now, it's like, okay, bet. I didn't know she was this good, though. Like, she's disgusting. Don't agree with it, but, it is what it is. 100% detonate, right? So they did that. Barrier. Fucking, yeah. They added a strip, added the extra turn, fucking more attack and runes, a lot more attack and runes. I didn't even really notice that. And then after attacked, and this is what I was talking about, like she dispels one of Quazu's burns. Honestly, I don't think she needs this. I don't even think this should be in her kit. Like, the way I would fix Carrot is just make the barrier a 2-turn cooldown and remove this. And then I think she's fine. You could still soul burn one-shot stuff. Thing is, like, in a longer match, she won't be as oppressive. And I think that's the issue. Like, in a long match, she's very oppressive. In 1v3 situations, she can still win just because of, like, you build her fast enough, you have Edika's or whatever. You could build, like, literally, like, she only needs 3 different stats: speed, health, defense, and attack. That's it. Like, the units that you can solely focus on those 4 stats, you can have literally those 4 stats on every piece of gear, and it's very easy to min-max them in that way. I mean, it's not easy collecting all the gear, but, getting all the stats, you just look for those 4 stats, and then you have a very high statted, a heavily statted character. So, yeah. Just going into that, but yeah, those are the buffs. The crazy thing is, like, New going through all these buffs, it literally takes him like 45 seconds to just go through all of them. And then you have like other buffed units, right? It's just like, oh, they added 5% to his defense break. Cool. You could say it in literally 2 seconds. It literally takes him like 45 seconds to go through all the buffs that they give Carrot. I think you don't overload kits like that. Not even on an ML. Like, I just don't think units need to be this stacked. Like, she'd still be very good if they removed a couple things out of her kit. I still think, like, her kit is fine. I just think they overbuff the runes. That's what I think.
The protagonist himself is a viable top pick.
Yeah, Rast is pretty good.
Pick 7. Play your anime. Download now. But besides, one which felt that Carrot being a powerful...
So yeah. So yes, see a 3-star amongst that Mel's and other RBG5 metas satisfying. The problem is, however, is how she can basically solo some teams, which can be irritating. Yeah. Corvus could do the same thing, and they nerfed him. I forgot my camera's down here now. I fucking looked up to where it used to be. But, yeah, what happened to Corvus when he was solo in teams, guys? What happened to my boy? They fucking gutted him. I want to see Carrot get gutted, too. Like, fuck this unit. I'm tired. Like, she's not even fun to use. Like, she's not fun to pick. She's not fun to fight. Like, it's not good for the game. And then this guys, I haven't used Carrot myself, but I watched Guild War Offense with Carrot against one of the meta defenses, Landy FCCT Surin. The guy fought versus 2 of those defenses and barely won, losing multiple units every time. This guy's so innocent. Imagine being this naive in the game still. Like, this guy's still having fun. This guy gets excited when he gets a piece of gear that has 4 base speed on it. Every single time. He's just having fun. Good for this guy. But, yeah. For one, there's barriers here constantly coming up. Landy is... I'd argue Landy's stronger than Carrot is. Have you guys fought like a strong counter Landy? Like, it's terrifying. Like, I'm a buff heavy player. I always have been. Landy is fucking terrifying. Like, you get some souls and you soul burn double S3 2 turns in a row, and then you're on Bloodstone and your team's at full health again. Like, what the fuck? And then your team's almost dead? That's ridiculous. But yeah, not convinced that she's broken when it's troublesome versus AI opponents still. For one, T-Surin cleanses, dude. I fucking hate T-Surin. I hate T-Surin more than Carrot, if I'm being straight here. I hate this unit so much. I think her kit is so stupid. I mean, she's an interesting unit, but I don't know. I hate T-Surin. Probably because I don't have her.
In the meta. And the other feeling that
and this guy's right, yeah. Has 1 passive and 3 semi-passives. I don't think she needs this much, right? This needs to get gutted. This needs to get gutted hard, but it is what it is. Oh, it's pretty big here, yeah. Sorry if I'm tired. I haven't really slept yet. I just got off work. I wanted to record a video before I went to bed. So yeah.
A 1v. She ends up.
Yeah, this fucking clip, dude.
She's just strong.
She ends up being like a 1v4 kind of unit that you normally see all the time. She feels extremely oppressive. There's not a lot of ways that you can actually kill her, as I mentioned before. She ends up being one of those like brain dead picks that people always pick off. It's like there's so many games that you actually see nowadays where the first thing that people actually pick is not actually their knight or their utility characters. The first thing they will think about is like, hey, look, when can I actually get that carrot first pick, right? So I personally think that she's really toxic as of right now, especially if they start banning out every single solution that is actually used against her. They end up just getting rid of that, and you have no way to actually kill it. Because since she requires so many different niche units to actually counter her in the first place, getting rid of the utility that enables these niche characters, it almost feels like she's like an unfair unit.
At the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and while most consider opinions to be immune to what's right or wrong, they'd be right in this case.
Should a hero's grade dictate their viability? I would personally answer no. I think in Epic 7, we kind of are spoiled that most characters are at least viable in some situation depending on how you use them. No matter whether they're 3, 4, or 5 star.
But a lot of fun units.
Really matter as long as they have a good kit and it fits in the team that you're actually putting them in. Every single character really just fills in a different kind of niche and in a different setting. And now that we actually see like some 3 and 4 stars actually having really, really amazing kits, it's a good thing that Epic 7 is actually leading towards this direction where they make most characters actually quite viable. We don't see it heavily dominated by all 5 stars. We see like a mixed margin of different characters, no matter what grade they are. As long as they are good in this team, they can actually set up your entire team as a whole.
If you'd like for us to cover more hot topics related to Epic 7, make sure to comment below, like this video, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to reading some heated comments. You know, as someone who still hasn't built Carrot to this day, I've only got one thing to say. Imagine losing to a vegetable.
Yeah. But yeah, see? I brought up an old video here. This is me using Carrot. Like, back in the day. Well, not back in the day. This video here is about 1.5 years old now. But yeah, this is kind of a draft you would see today, right? Except, I don't know why I drafted Double Knight here. I think I just wanted to take all the mitigation from Booty Pop. I don't even know if Booty Pop plays anymore. He's Legend Season 1 player. I think in this video I actually hit Legend. Yeah. It's like back in the day. Honestly, guys, this is when I hit Legend Season 1. But I don't know. I think Karen, she like this whole no nerf no buff, you know, or no nerf, only buffs. I think what they're gonna have to do is make other 3 stars counter carrot. One of the big problems I see is that the big counters to carrot aren't readily accessible units. Like I said, it's Crow, Kisei, and Opsig are the ones that really come to mind, and then cleansers and ER in general, right? But it's really just those 3 units. Those units are not as accessible as carrot is. Everyone in the game is going to have a carrot. Everyone has access to a carrot. Unless you're super unlucky and you just haven't pulled. But that's not very likely, right? I think the next specialty change just needs to be a water unit. It needs to do super heavy damage against barriers. It just basically, like, we need a specialty change. Like if you were to relate carrot to a 5-star, be like Silverblade Araminta or, you know, something like that. You know, it's a debuff mage, very big damage mage, right? So we just need a 3-star specialty change that's kind of a pseudo Kisei, right? That's very viable. Doesn't have to be a thief. Could be another mage. Could be a warrior. Could be a knight. Who knows? Or a pseudo Crow, you know? Need something like that. But get rid of the cleanse. Make the barrier 2-turn cooldown. Carrot's fine. It doesn't nerf her in a sense, but it'll make her less oppressive in a longer fight, which is really what I think needs to happen. I don't think she should be 1v3ing, and the fact that she cleanses a debuff every single turn, that contributes a lot to that. You can't CC her. You can't stun her. Like, she just cleanses the shit, which is, unless you have multiple stuns, you know, that shouldn't be the case. So I think that's how you fix her. Just cut the no nerf crap. Nerf the bitch. Just fucking nerf her, dude. Either nerf her or you gotta bring out more counters that are more accessible. Those are your 2 options. Pick one. I think nerfing her is just the easiest thing. Sorry guys, we made a mistake. Here's a fucking recall option. Here's an ML3 selector. Like, right? Then you guys can grab a MRSA or something. Yay. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. Any video suggestions, let me know. Catch you guys next video. Peace.